So punting's very simple. All it is a vertical swing. Take the ball and you want to vertically swing it. You're aiming for an equal number on hang time. That's how long it hangs in the air, and distance, how far it goes. You're aiming, you know, you want those numbers to be equal. So it's a 4-5, it needs to go 45 yards. If it's a 5-0, it needs to go 50 yards. And basically how you do that is you want to drop it over your right quad about to the knee level is when you should be hitting it. Lock out and swing vertically up. It shouldn't come over and it shouldn't come outside. Just here, straight up. That will send it. That's how you get that spiral. Really having the ball outside the metatarsal on your foot is really how you want contact, and just a clean swing up, you'll get it. Metatarsal is right here on the left, or I guess for the right. It's this little strip right up here. So when you hit the ball, you want it outside of that so that you can get your foot through it, because if you're not, you hit that metatarsal and it'll go left. It won't be clean. But getting on the right, that's how you'll be able to cleanly come up through it and get that turnover. So we're gonna start off with the drop. You want a handshake grip, excuse me, and just kind of putting your hand, so like shake someone's hand and then put it on the ball. That's basically how it should be. It should be turned into about 10:30. So if this is a clock, 12, 11, 10:30. And that, the reason you want that is so that you can hit this inside back out and get it that turnover. So a good drill to do is just dropping it and making sure that, that was a bad one, but making sure it steady all the way down. Doesn't move. Because your drop is your most important in punting. It's the most important. You don't have your drop down, nothing else will really happen. One step drill. It's literally exactly as it sounds, just one step and hit. It works on timing, getting that ball about to your knee before you hit it. You don't want to hit it too high or too low, because you won't get those even numbers. And really just working the drop that we just talked about into that. Just kind of, so we just did the drop. Then we did the one step. So now we're gonna move into the full punt. So what you see in games typically, that's what we're gonna be doing here. Kind of comprising the drop and the one step to kind of bring it all together. I typically do a 3-step punt. You can also do a 2-step punt. It really just depends on how you wanna mold the ball. That's a whole different video if we wanna do that, but it's a nice 3-step punt. There you go, just keep practicing that. Those 3 things all together, I mean, that's it. Punting is a lot like golfing, in this chance of your leg swing and how it should look, and also in the clubs. Like, I don't just do the same punt every single time. There's about 10 different punts that I practice, and you need them all for different placements on the field, different placements in the air, and trying to play with the returner. It's kind of a mind game between the punter and the returner, because I'm trying to make him miss, he's trying to make me hit an easy ball. So it's a mind game. I can't hit the same thing over and over again because he'll run it back for a touchdown, you know what I mean? So we're gonna work on some other punts next. So next we're gonna do the laser punt. This is used basically if I line up in the middle of the field or on the right hash and I see the returner is cheating and he's not in the middle of the field, if he's cheated over, I don't wanna hit a high punt, but I wanna kind of switch and hit a really low punt that way to the left side so that he doesn't have time to run over and catch it, which gives time for our team to run down and cover it. So it's a very low driver punt. Like, it shouldn't be more than 10 yards off the ground and going 50 yards, basically. For that, you really just want to hold the ball lower. So we're doing the same traditional punt, but holding the ball lower. And so when our leg comes and strikes it, we're driving it out and we're not driving it up. So here, let's do a couple examples right here. Just like that, nice and low, not too high, but very far. That's what we're looking for. All right, guys, so we're gonna be working on what's called the Aussie punt, or the Australian punt. And that's basically what we're trying to do with this, is we're trying to hit it here on the ball, and we're trying to get a backspin so we can land it at the 5-yard line and have it roll back. We don't want a touchback when we're punting sometimes. So we want it nice and high to get a fair catch. And if they don't catch it, that it rolls back so that it doesn't roll in the end zone and so it doesn't come out to the 25. Basically, it's called a precision punt. We play coffin corner, where we try to pin it outside the 10 to the end zone. And yeah, let's hit it.
Whoa! Why are you holding it at that weird angle, different than the other one?
So the reason so a normal punt's held like this, right? Because I'm trying to get a turnover. I'm trying to get it to spin. This ball, I'm trying to get it to flip like this. So I'm hitting it straight down, and I'm hitting this point right here to make it come up.
So you're holding it like this, and you're holding it straight down?
Just like that. And some people, if they're more soccer oriented, will actually hold it out and will come across it and kick it like a soccer punt. So there's different ways to do it, just like everything in punting, but typically keeping with doing the same swing over and over again, which is what we're wanting to do, we put it over our white quad and we swing up doing the same thing over and over, so that when I transition to a traditional punt, I don't have to do a different swing. I do the same swing, you know what I'm saying? So that's typically why we put it over our right quad and we don't bring it out. That's also why we have it down, is because we're trying to get that ball to flip. We're not trying to get it to spin. So, yeah. For this punt, we're gonna do what's called the inverse punt or the banana punt. Basically, so we hold a handshake grip like this, and you want it turned in towards your toe. Well, to do the banana, you hold it the opposite way. Basically, you're trying to hit the back end of this ball and get it to spin like a banana, and it does a banana shape, in which it will go out, it will curve, and then go back. So it'll go like a banana, just zoom. So it should go out in the middle field and then go back out of bounds. And it's basically unreturnable. Try it out. That's actually it. That's what it should look like. I mean, more turn, but that's basically it.
Look at that.
Look at that, that's perfect. That's dead spot on what it should look like. Oh, that's